Welcome to our brand new race and sportsbook at Churchill Downs Racetrack. It is such an honor today to host the very first legal sports wager in the Commonwealth and under the historic Twin Spires here at Churchill Downs. So no longer do you or your friends have to drive across that bridge, cross state lines, pull into that first Thornton's gas station that you see, make your wager, and then drive back across the bridge. So we don't have to do that anymore. Today, sports betting fans in Kentucky can stay close to home and place a legal wager in a facility that's closer and more convenient for all of our citizens. As one of Kentucky's signature industries, we are proud to offer this newest form of wagering entertainment to the hundreds of thousands of people that actually enter our gates each year. And the best yet, the economic benefits stay in the state of Kentucky for this new sports wagering legislation. Now, although we weren't the first state to implement sports betting, we're not the last, but we weren't the first, we're one of the fastest, if not the fastest, from the signing of the legislation into law to today's opening of the sports book. So there are many heroes who helped us get us to the finish line today, ranging from the legislators of drafting the bill to passing the legislation, signing into law, to today's launch in such a short time frame. So we are extremely grateful to the Kentucky General Assembly, to Governor Andy Beshear, to the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission, and the Kentucky Public Protection Cabinet for all their efforts in the last several months to put this all together to make today possible and sensibly establish sports wagering in Kentucky. So today we have a number of guests we'd like to welcome in addition to Governor Beshear. We have with us today Louisville's Mayor Craig Greenberg. We have Secretary of the Kentucky Public Protection Cabinet Ray Perry. Thank you. Chairman of the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission Jonathan Rabinowitz. Representative Al Gentry. President and CEO of Louisville Tourism Cleo Battle. And we also have some of our local sports celebrities here today. We want to thank them. We'll hear more about them in a little bit, but Daryl Griffith, Bobby Perry, Dale Romans, Will Wolford, and Eric Wood. So thank you very much for participating today. So finally, as we celebrate today's wagering launch, we are proud to announce that all the winnings from today's ceremonial first bets from all of you and the governor, that we are going to donate to the Louisville Sports Commission in recognition of all that they do and the economic vitality of our city by attracting quality sporting events to the Louisville area and their mission to change lives through sports. So all the proceeds from today's ceremonial bets will go to a charity, will be donated to Louisville Sports Commission. So the countdown is on, and I'm about out of time. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage to make a few remarks before he makes the very first official wager in the state of Kentucky, your governor, Andy Beshear.
Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Sports Betting Day in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. We are here to mark the very first day and the very first sports wager placed here at the historic Churchill Downs. Within just a moment, I will place the first bet in the history of Kentucky, and some have asked what it's going to be. We're going to go NCAA football because the season just kicked off. We're going to go over on wins for both U of L and UK, and we're going to go under on wins for Duke. Today is a day that so many have fought for so long. I want to thank everyone in the General Assembly who voted to finally allow Kentuckians to place the sports bets that they have wanted to for so many years. Today is a day where we recognize that our job in government is to serve the people. And that's exactly what we did by getting this legislation over the finish line. This is going to bring over $23 million of new revenue into Kentucky to make sure that we're using those dollars to pave our roads, to help pay for our pensions, and not for those dollars to flow to other states. And this is going to continue to supercharge our tourism industry, which had its best year in history last year in terms of economic impact. This is coming at a time where our economy is booming like never before. We're coming off our 2 best years for economic development in our history, and we are living in our 3rd. We've now announced more than 880 private sector new location and expansion projects totaling over $27 billion of new investment. This is Kentucky's time, never to be a follower ever again, but to be an economic leader and an economic powerhouse. We have all dreamed of the day where Kentucky would not only leapfrog 10 other states' economies, but had an opportunity to be a top 10 state economy. This is just one more step that we are taking to make sure that we collectively leave more opportunity for our kids and our grandkids than many of us ever dreamed about. Today, we don't move a state to the right or the left, but we move it forward for every Kentucky family. So again, I want to thank members of the General Assembly. I want to thank Secretary Ray Perry for his hard work. Let's give it up for the chair of the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission, John Rabinowitz. He worked really hard on this. And Director Eads for her hard work and staff, thank you. We did do this in record time. It's what our people wanted. We got it open before the NFL season, as promised. So today, I'm proud that we delivered, and if it's okay with you all, I'm going to walk over here and make the first bet in Kentucky's history. We're going to do a parlay bet. We're going to go NCAA football. We're going to go over on wins for the University of Louisville and the University of Kentucky, and under on the wins for Duke University. I want to finally thank Churchill Downs for all of their great work in making today possible, along with all of our other tracks. Our horse industry is phenomenal. It is part of who we are. It's also an enormous industry that drives our economy. I could not be more proud of the work that Churchill and Kentucky Downs and the Red Mile and all of our other tracks have put in, the number of people they employ, and now helping us get to this historic moment. So once again, happy Sports Betting Day in the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Thank you, Mr. Governor, and good luck on that 3-leg parlay. All right, let's move on and welcome up some additional, whether they be local sports celebrities, those that have helped put this all in place today, to play some additional celebratory wagers on this opening day of sports betting in Kentucky. So I'll introduce you all one at a time, and feel free to come up on the stage and get ready to place your wagers. First off, wish to welcome Mr. Craig Greenberg, who is the mayor of Louisville, Kentucky, the co-owner of Ohio Valley Wrestling. He went to high school in Ballard. He's a native New Yorker.
Thank you very much. This is a wonderful day for Louisville. This is a wonderful day for Kentucky. Briefly, I just want to start, though, on a more serious topic. And unfortunately, in our city overnight, a valued member, one of our LMPD officers, was shot in the line of duty. And Deputy Mayor David James and I, right before we came here, visited with the officer's family at U of L Hospital, where he is getting excellent treatment. And I just ask that everybody in our city and our state keep the officer, his family, and all of the hardworking men and women of LMPD in their thoughts and prayers. And we will provide more updates on his condition as the days go on. But we just came from the hospital, and we are optimistic about his recovery, although he is in critical but stable condition right now. When you have things like that, you know that public safety is the #1 issue for a city. One of the ways we address our public safety crisis is through important economic development steps, positive steps forward for our entire city. And that's why today is so important, because the economic development activity that projects like this, and by legalizing sports wagering for all of Kentucky, is so important. It's making event spaces like this a reality that are going to attract people from around the entire country, from around the entire world, whether they are coming here, whether they're coming to Derby City Gaming on Poplar Level Road or the new Derby City Gaming downtown that I'm so excited about opening up later this year. These are all great steps forward for our city and the Commonwealth. And so I want to give a huge thanks to Governor Beshear, to everyone in the state legislature that passed this, not just for Louisville, but for all of the states, because activities like this and continuing to support our horse industry are so important to our city and state. And there is no better partner at this than Churchill Downs. So Mike, thanks to you and your entire team. This is amazing work you all have done to get this set up open so quickly. I know there's another one opening and a third on the way that are going to be great. And this is just great momentum as we approach next year for the 150th running of the Kentucky Derby, which is going to be a true worldwide celebration here in Louisville. So I was excited today to place my first bet. Mine was a parlay like the governor's, although I wanted a little bit more instant gratification to get those monies flowing to Louisville Sports Commission quicker. So I bet on both U of L and UK to win their football games this weekend. Both of them are heavy favorites, but I know they've got amazing offenses. They're going to win. I look forward to that bet paying off to support the important work of Louisville Sports Commission. So again, thanks, Governor. Thanks to the state legislature. Thanks to Churchill Downs and everyone else for making this a reality. This is a great day for Louisville and Kentucky. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Governor. And thank you, everybody, for joining us this morning as we kick off sports betting in Kentucky and here at Churchill Downs. We'll see you this fall for all of your wagering. We'll see you next week for horse racing. We'll see you next year at Derby 150. Have a great day, everybody.